All right, what's up? What's up? What's up, folks? Where you hiding? Where you hiding? Where you hiding? Where you hiding? What's good, folks? Rise and shine. It's time to wake up. It's time to get your day started. At noon, if you're sleeping in. Yes, sir. Let's get this day started, bro. Can't wait. Ugh. Without further ado. I hate Mariah Carey songs. I absolutely hate Mariah Carey Christmas songs. I don't hate the rest of her catalog, but as far as Christmas, she gets annoying. I can't stand Mariah Carey at Christmas time. All I want for Christmas. Shut up. Shut up. I hate all that stuff. I hate it. Can't stand Mariah Carey. I can't stand it. She needs to be canceled. She needs to be this, that, and the third. I'm so sick of hearing her voice when it comes to Christmas time, because that's all they're going to play for the whole goddamn month. That's right. They're even going to say it after Christmas, and I'm tired of it. I am so tired of it. I see we got a couple Cowboys fans in the house. DCF, I saw his comment before I even got onto the stream. Hey, dude, I hope the Titans whoop y'all candy asses. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You've been hoping and praying that we lose all season because, you know, the Cowboy fan that you are, it's in your blood. I see you. We them boys, Eagles suck. You didn't beat us, so you suck even worse. You do suck even worse. But back to my whole Mariah Carey thing. I cannot stand to hear her voice. Christmas time. Everybody and their mama listens to her. Christmas time. It's just annoying. It's just the most overplayed piece of shit. Like, can we get some Boys to Men? Can we get some freaking Temptations? Can we get some Diana Ross and the Supremes? Like, you name it. Can we even get some Faith Hill? Can we get all of them? Can we not get Mariah Carey? Can we not get Mariah Carey every 20 minutes? Can we not get Mariah Carey every 5 minutes? Can we not? Oh, God forbid. Put that on the repeat. I just can't stand her voice at Christmas time. It's just terrible. Terrible, man. How everybody is just, oh, all I want for Christmas is to smack your fucking. Oh my God, I can't stand that song. Ugh. Forgive me, folks. I'm wearing a Grinch shirt. If some of y'all like Mariah Carey, more power to you. But I can't stand that song. Just don't listen. If I ever attend your party, don't listen to it around me. Don't listen to it around me at all. It is just terrible. I can't stand that song. It's the most annoying, most overrated song I've ever heard in my fucking life. My God. But anyways, now that rant is over, I want to talk a little bit about the Buckeyes' chances to make the playoffs. We need TCU or USC to lose. We have an advantage over TCU because we haven't played as many close games. And if they lose the, what is their conference? The Big 12 championship game, they will have almost the same record as we do, but we will have played one less game. The only argument they'll have is at least they played in a championship game, the conference championship game. But the Buckeyes haven't played as much close games as TCU has. Look at all the close games. They barely edged out freaking, what's their name? Baylor. A big Big 12 rivalry right there. Barely eked them out. We only lost one game. I know we've had a couple of close games, but not nearly as many as TCU. TCU, congratulations to what you've done so far and what you've accomplished so far. You're this close to the playoffs. To be honest, I would really like TCU to make the playoff. But USC, on the other hand, I don't. If it's me and, it was all sunshine and rainbows out there and I had it my way, I would want USC to miss the playoffs. They have one loss already, but they're in the Pac-12 championship game. I forget who they're playing. Are they playing Arizona? I forgot who they're playing, but they need to lose tomorrow night. Send their ass to the Rose Bowl. I really want USC to lose. I want TCU to just stay at the 3 seed. No matter what Georgia and Michigan does, I still think they're going to make the playoff. So there's nothing we can do about that. We lost the game to Michigan. To any Michigan fans out there who, I just had to congratulate a Michigan fan yesterday. He was all decked out in his Michigan gear. And it was a horrible feeling. Congratulating a Michigan fan, knowing that your team lost. I said, you know what? You played a good game. I had to swallow the saliva, swallow my pride. I had to swallow my heart. I had to swallow my feelings. All that jazz. It was not a good feeling losing a Buckeyes game that you could have won, wasn't prepared for. I'm not going to say should have won because we were absolutely dominated in that second half. And then all of a sudden we went conservative and, it is what it is. What happened, happened. What's done is done. But at the end of the day, all we're hoping for is that we get a chance to be in that top 4, and we have to have, one or a couple things happen. TCU and USC both losing would make our chances even greater, and I think we would bump up to a 3 seed, but that's how far I think we'll go. I don't think we'll go any farther than 3 seed. Personally, me, I think, a 4 seed will do, because we would get a chance to face Slita in the first round, have a chance to, shut Slita's ass up, and then go out and get the ultimate revenge and get the ultimate prize versus Mishkovsky and them boys. So that's what I'm hoping for as far as the Buckeyes go. And I know Weedham Boys is ready for me to talk about the Eagles, ready to talk about the Cowboys. He's been waiting all year since he got his motherfucking ass whooped versus the fucking Eagles. He's been waiting all season for Christmas Eve. He's been waiting all year to get coal in his fucking stocking. We them boys, we gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to ya. We're gonna give you that second L. We're gonna sweep you. We're gonna take the broom away from you. This is my prophecy, and it will come true. Bow down to the juggernaut, bitch. It's time. The Eagles are better than the Cowboys, even with Dak in the lineup. Lord Brunson brought up something. He said, Dak Bortles, he got all these amazing stats about, how the Cowboys are like, number 1 in points per game, ever since his return. I'm kind of looking at it like this dude hasn't thrown for over 300 yards in a game. And shout out to Lord Brunson for that stat. He hasn't thrown for over 300 yards in a game. Everybody wants to talk about CeeDee Lamb, and this is credit to, Philly Castro. Joe Castro. He said that he has to force feed freaking, CeeDee Lamb in order to get his numbers. And everybody's going crazy about this whole, well, A.J. Brown versus CeeDee Lamb and how CeeDee Lamb is so much better than freaking A.J. Brown. I'm looking at it like, he has a point because he has to force feed CeeDee Lamb in order to get those type of numbers. A.J. Brown only gets the ball every once in a while, and we're so much more stacked. We have more receivers we can go to. Whereas Dak, he has to force feed him in order to get those type of numbers. So that's why you see CeeDee Lamb have, just a measly, 26 yards more than freaking A.J. Brown. And I see Law Nation celebrating that like it's his birthday. They're going to run with it. They're going to run away with being better than the Eagles in some sort of category. They love their stats, even if it's 26 more yards more than freaking A.J. Brown. They love it. The Cowboys aren't ready for us. They aren't built like us. Because when we get a lead, we hold on to it. Also, when we trail, we know how to get back into a game. We don't just give up or just, fight back at garbage time, which is something that the Cowboys have done since Dak has been there. Like I said, it's time to take over this NFC. I've said this from the beginning, since the not since the Vikings game, since the Rams game, the very first Rams game, the inaugural 2022 season. The inaugural game of the 2022 season. We will be smoking that Dallas pack. But first, we got to beat the Titans. We shut down Derrick Henry, and that's it. I don't think Ryan Tannehill is going to be much of a factor in this game. He'll get his 200 yards. He'll probably get a touchdown or two. I don't think he's going to be much of a factor, especially when the game is on the line and the lights shine brighter. I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. Let's see who the Dallas Cowboys got. They got the Colts, Sunday Night Football. I have them losing by 3. I was listening to Simus yesterday. They do have a very, decent defense. Stephon Gilmore. And then outside of that, who else do the fuck they have? I mean, they pretty much did a great job of holding us to 3 points for most of the game. But if you get them tired, if you get the Colts defense tired, that's how you beat them. We had them on the field for most of the fourth quarter. And we are a bruiser type team. We are, we do know how to finish these type of games where it's close and tight. So, hold up. I need a break, y'all. I needed to smoke that fucking Cowboys pack for a minute. What's going on, Desert Eagle? Let's see if my mans will come on here. LA weather creates. Shut the fuck up. Mariah Carey lovers. If I hear that fucking song, I hate that fucking song. I would love for the Eagles to run the table. I would love for the Eagles to beat the Titans. Beat them. And we also kind of need fucking, the Giants to win this week. I got some wishes, y'all. I got some Christmas wishes for this week. I need the Cowboys to lose. I need Washington to lose. That means, it's going to come with a cost. The Giants are going to win too, but God damn it. I want those two teams to lose. Let's see. If I had a third wish, what would my third wish be? Oh, by the way, congratulations to the Bills. Oh yeah, my third wish. I want the Kansas City Chiefs to lose to the Bengals. We already know that Joe Burrow owns them. So yeah, those are my 3 wishes. Washington lose. The Cowboys lose to the Colts. So what's his name? Desert Eagle can put Slitta into the yearbook as a Colts fan. And then I want the homosexuals to lose to Mass Deadly Dashy. And without further ado, we have our man, Desert Eagle, in the motherfucking building.
First of all, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, hold me make sure I'm on the truck mic, not the the. All right, we're good. All right, let me turn this cancellation off, and make sure y'all can hear me nice and clear. Nice and clear, you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
All right, then. First things first, I just want to say, fuck them Cowboys. I hear y'all. I see y'all talking. I see y'all talking. But anyway, what's going on? Where you hiding? Hope all is well with you. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm currently, I'm in the middle of driving, running my routes and shit. So if you hear any noise in the background, my apologies. But what's going on though? What are we talking about today?
We're talking about our playoff chances. We're also talking about, Christmas wishes, who we want to see win and lose. And, if you're in college, I guess not. But that's pretty much what we're talking about.
I mean, I like Temple Owls, but I'm not really hooked on college like, Sleater. You feel me? But yeah. But all I'm gonna say is about Christmas wishes or playoff chances. We're going to get into the playoffs regardless. I do not want to have to rely on other teams. I believe we control our own destiny, so I'll just leave it at that. But let's just do our fucking job. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I don't want to rely on other teams to do our business, but there's a petty feeling inside of me that wants Washington to lose and not make the playoffs. I don't want every NFC East team to make the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, I could, I would. I'm not gonna say it would be a good feeling, nah, cause fuck that. Like, I don't want any teams going to the playoffs. Honestly, I'm just happy to see that this division is competitive.
Yeah,
That's what I'm happy to see. But in the end, it's fuck all your teams. Fuck this division, and this division is ours. That quote unquote L about Washington was nothing but a fluke. If the refs ain't do what they did, we would have won that game hands down. But it is what it is. It led us to signing Dominic Sue and Linville Joseph. So I guess Howie's been paying attention. We've seen our weakness, so at least that's a good thing there. But other than that, yeah, you're right though. Fuck this division. In the end,
there's no kumbaya around here.
None of that shit. We ain't the NFC North or the fucking AFC South, because there was plenty of kumbaya going on there.
Mm-hmm.
When the teams was going against us. I've seen it. Can't make this shit up, but we don't do that shit over here.
Mm-hmm. Like, I really, really want the freaking Washington, whatever their names is, to miss the playoffs.
I didn't make it. Oh, it's okay. You can cry. Okay. You can stop now.
Well, you had no choice but to dance to the whole cancel culture and all that shit. Just thank God we're not in that situation. God forbid. I mean,
yes.
imagine bald eagles getting offended because our team is named that. But shit,
that'd be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
We only had one name change in our history. That's the Steagles, and that's for one season, and that's it.
Yellow Jackets, Steagles, and yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, damn! I forgot about the Yellow Jackets.
When's the last time I went to I came in with that. What was it, Franklin Field? Was that the one that was in University City?
Yep.
It's crazy. I only been there once in my life, and that was just the Penn Relays, and I was in elementary at the time. But goddamn, I dropped by that all the time.
So I made my trip to Philly last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was in Philly. I actually met Eagles champion Big D.
Motherfucker, you ain't telling me you came in town?
It was all over Facebook. I figured you would know.
And listen, I'm trying to listen, unless someone messaged me or whatever, I try to stay off of that because it's just too much weird shit going on social media. and I
Yeah.
just it kind of ruins my day. I mean, I'm starting to look at Facebook like I look at TikTok and IG and all these other fucking weirdos that do on there. So
Yeah, a
but
bunch of
damn,
fine hoes who are showing their toes, who are talking about being from Renfro or something like that.
I don't know, just anything, just whatever. But damn,
What
yeah, man, I
up,
would have took
English
you to the
Chef? Speaking of
real.
you can hop in here too.
That's good. You met Eagles champion person. Him and Big D. I met Big D before. But we was at the same time I met Joey Shakes too.
Oh, nice.
Actually, so we're talking like 2018.
Yeah. I had a chance to meet him a year later when we were at the Eagles Patriots game, which was a loss.
Yeah.
Man, it was worth the wait, I guess.
So it was worth the wait.
Yep.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Yeah, the best
EC1
thing of
is
What'd you say?
EC1 is a lot taller than I thought. He got like a good 2 or 3 inches on me.
How
Pause.
tall is he? I caught that too. Oh shit! God damn.
He's like 6'3". I'm like 6 feet.
He's that tall? What the fuck?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh,
He's
my God.
6'3"?
Yeah.
And how old is he? Like what? Almost 20?
He's 22.
And you ain't playing in fucking football. You ain't playing like doing basketball. Like, come on, EC, what you doing? Come on, champ, what you doing?
He said EC1 hates the Titans fans
Why?
because of that awful stuff they wished on AJ Brown in the offseason.
Oh man, it just shows how salty they are. Goes to show how pathetic and salty they really are. But I mean, shout out to Titan Anderson and Big Kev and them. But yeah, I don't. Come on, I don't pay attention. I mean, I remember them days when I was a ringless peasant, but I don't pay attention to those. They're not worth it. You feel me? They're not really worth it.
Ringless peasants.
Don't it feel good saying that because we're not part of that category?
Yes. I mean, everything up to freaking when I was like 9 years old to freaking now, it feels so much different.
Oh yeah, totally. Totally.
We finally got our rocks off and got that ring when I was 26. I was like, yeah, no looking back now.
Man. But yeah, I'm feeling good about this game. But I'm not going to sleep on the Titans. But I feel like they're going to do everything in their power in this game. I mean, Derrick Henry. It would have been a huge problem had we not had Jordan Davis not came back and Sue, and we signed Sue and Linval Joseph. Like the game would have really been a lot tougher. But I mean, even if they were to lock down AJ Brown, we still got other talent on the team that's really going to eat. So I'm not as concerned.
Yeah,
but
I do expect this to be a close game. I want to say we win by 4 points. But am I the only one in here who's thinking that Ryan Tannehill won't be much of a factor?
That's what I really want to believe, but I think Ryan Tannehill might do something. He might actually do something. I think, but then again, I think Malik, what's his name? Malik Willis?
Yeah, Malik Willis. Uh-oh, did he get cut off? Yeah, Malik Willis. I don't think he's going to be much of a factor either. He isn't ready.
I think he's going to be bigger because there's not enough footage compared to Ryan Tannehill. So that's going to be the thing there. Yeah, I was switching to GPS. I forgot I can't do that if I'm on here. But
he said Ryan Tampon. Because all he's going to do is throw underneath the whole entire game. Intermediate, probably 5 to freaking 15-yard passes.
Either Ryan Tampon or Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, God. Yo, these names is savage. King Henry for 150 yards. It's possible with our defense, us playing so far off the ball and then us
You
not
said
being able to
300?
tackle.
You said 300?
He said 150.
I can see that. He's definitely going to put up most yards out of any running back we go against this season. I will say that.
I could see King Henry going for 150 because we can't tackle.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Here he
Maybe our
is.
defensive line.
Hey, y'all can hear me through these Bluetooth headphones? I know they
Sounds perfect,
messed
man.
up. Okay, I just want to know because they be cut it in and cut it out, man. Oh, I'm gonna try to get one of those McDonald headphones. No, I'm playing. But I feel good about this game. I ain't gonna lie to you. After they play that Meek Mill song in the background, I'm like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Like, what's the point of this? It reminds me of what last year where the Giants head coach Joe Judge decided to put the Fly Eagles Fly song. Like, are you trying to amp this team
Fly
up?
Eagles Fly?
They did.
Last year, yeah, Joe Judge.
I remember that.
Yep. He put the Fly Eagles Fly song. He was singing. They had the Fly Eagles Fly in the building. They were, I guess, they were trying to feel Philadelphia. And I'm like, are they trying to say they're going to score? We're going to score a bunch of touchdowns on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like with the Meek Mill song, it's like if you want to feel Philly, then you got to actually walk around. You know what I'm saying? You can't just like play Meek Mill and say, "Oh, I feel Philly." No, you got to actually experience it because it's different than actually being there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I see a lot of Titan fans on Twitter, man. They're disrespecting AJ, and I hope AJ Brown kills him, man. I do because we know AJ Brown. Yeah, he fumbled and this and that, but we also got to mention, and people don't like this, but he was sick. The fact that he went out there with a virus and a blood vessel that popped in his eye, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been sick many times, and I really don't like showing up at work, especially when people talk to me when I'm miserable. No, man, I would have lost my cool. But the fact he was able to bounce back, it shows that he's a warrior, and the fact that he fits his locker room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see many receivers throw a tantrum and sit on the bench. You know what I'm saying? This guy, yeah, he threw a tantrum, he threw his helmet, but the fact he went back in there and made up for it, I respect him for it. So I think he's going to have a big game. I also could see Devontae Smith having a big game. We're not talking about him. I think we need to get him more involved. Yeah, we've gotten him involved, but I think we need to get him more involved. He's our best receiver when it comes to a route running. And I just don't know how you want to give him more of a chance to go get the ball. We've seen him flash when you throw the deep pass. He's able to go and get it. Mm-hmm. So I just think we need to get him, more involved in, and just keep the defense honest. Run the ball. You know what I'm saying? I hope to God we're not trying to force AJ Brown the ball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that's my fear. That's my fear in everything is we're going to try to force it AJ Brown because it's his former team because they're going to respect it. They know what AJ Brown's all about. You know what I'm saying? But we can definitely get him the ball, but you got to run the ball with Sanders, man. Miles Sanders is having a great career. I never thought I would say this, but I'm starting to think that, does Howie Roseman try to sign him? I mean, I know they don't pay running backs, but he's putting up big numbers, and I don't want to see him go to another rival or a potential, a Kansas City Chiefs team. I mean, what could he do over there? We just going to focus on this team right now, man. I'm so excited, man. My prediction might be right after all. 16-1.
EC1 just delivering absolute facts here. Level up.
See that.
Oh, you got that Mario level up thing. That shit was cool, bro. But it was nice meeting you, Whereyahidin. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was nice meeting you. I didn't think you were that tall either, man. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You shocked me more than I shocked you.
I told you I was tall. Y'all told me I was a fool for saying you said, "Oh, he's not 6'1". Why are you lying, EC1? Why are you lying? I told you I'm tall. You know what I'm saying?
At least 6'3".
I look like a little skinny string bean. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got to get my weight up, but we'll get there, man. We'll get there. We'll get there one at a time.
Can y'all hear me, or I am kind of in the middle of nowhere. I'm at fucking. Y'all heard of Waste Management?
You cut off, but You in the waste management? Is that what he said?
I think he got a CDL license, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he does waste management? You should do some videos about that.
I'm
I
delivering
like
to these guys kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Oh,
I got a
okay.
CDL.
This is a revenge game for AJ Brown because
No, I don't-
remember, he did not want to pay him in the offseason. You know, AJ Brown is going to want to have a very good game.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna want to have a revenge game. You know, he says it doesn't mean to him, but we already know these games when you're playing your former team, like an Alshon Jeffrey versus the Bears in 17, like Deshaun Jackson versus the Philadelphia Eagles when he came back to Philadelphia, which was a stupid decision by Chip Kelly. I still don't like that decision. Never did. So yeah, I mean it's his former team. You know what I'm saying? But we also got to focus on not letting Derrick Henry get away. We got to focus on Derrick Henry not destroying us in the run game, because if he gets ahead of us, we're not winning this game. It's all going to depend on can we stop Derrick Henry? Because Jonathan Gannon, again, I mean, I don't know why he's not pressing on these receivers. You know, I don't know why he's not sending more heat to especially if the running game's if the front four's not getting there. You know, if the front four is not getting there, you should be able to blitz a little more. You know, the fact that he's not blitzing, and we were watching the game where you had in and out. We were watching the game and we were like, why are you not blitzing?
We were frustrated.
Aaron Rodgers is hurt. Why don't you go after him?
Yeah,
you got everything.
I was
Aaron
Rodgers is a little bit limpy right now, so why not send more people in the box, send an extra man or two? Why not?
Before Chauncey Gardner Jr. went down, I would have sent Chauncey Gardner Jr. to go after him. You got one of the best safeties, and you're not going to blitz. I don't understand this defense coordinator. And now I get, you know, and then you got Jimmy Smith, one of the Eagles YouTubers. I ain't going to say that he's wrong for it, but he's out here defending Jonathan again. Did you not watch the same game as I did that Whereyahidin was watching? That guy was terrible. The only reason why his defense is putting up big numbers is because our defense is good. I had no problem with our defense. It's a defense coordinator that I don't like. And I feel like our defense coordinator is a guy that goes to McDonald's and get a sweet iced tea with pancakes and syrup, and he writes a scheme. That's what he does. How does this defensive coordinator do against a guy like Patrick Mahomes? How is he going to do against a guy like Josh Allen? Is he going to respect him? Because I'm starting to think that he would. Because we've seen it, and I'm going to wonder if he's going to respect Ryan Tannehill. You know, we're going to say Ryan Tannehill's not a factor, but we said that to many other quarterbacks. He allows quarterbacks to get back in games. And you can't do that in the playoffs, especially in the playoffs. And I ain't going to lie to you. You know, this defense, I'm hoping is get healthy by the playoff time, because if we lose one player, I think Jonathan Gannon panics. The more he loses players, the more he panics. And I'm wondering, you know, I wrote it on my post. I had to edit it out because it didn't make sense, because somebody commented, what's conservatively mean? I was trying to put conservatively, but, you know, I spelled it wrong, but I was able to fix it. But I'm just wondering what CJ Gardner-Johnson's going to do without being out of the game. Is he going to play more aggressive, or is he going to actually be more conservative now? Now you don't have Devontae Max. I don't know if he's playing this game. Yeah, you get Jordan Davis back, but again, when he loses more players, he starts becoming so much of a problem. You know what I'm saying? He starts to panic.
Maddox when we play the Giants next week.
Well, that's good. That's good because.
And we should have CJ Gardner back by the time we play the Cowboys.
I'm hoping.
But
I'm hoping.
In the meantime, we do get Jordan Davis back. How much of an impact do you think he'll make?
I think Jordan Davis is an absolute monster. I mean, Jordan Davis is a run stuffer. You saw what he was without what we didn't have him. I mean, he brings so much of a run stuff in the he can stuff a run, and he's a very good pass rusher. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like
the attention he brings alone makes an impact.
Exactly. I mean, Jordan Davis is an absolute star. I mean, why do you think we dropped him in the first round? To plug up runs, you know, and you add him with Dominic Sue and Joseph. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to get much better. But here's the thing, and I keep on saying this, Whereyahidin. I keep on saying this. I know you don't want to hear it. But is Jonathan Gannon going to actually put these guys in best positions? Because you can bring all the plays you want. Jonathan Gannon going to do his job and put these guys in best positions? We know he won't, but I'm just asking. Because, like I said, I mean, you got a Dominic Sue, and you still are getting gashed by the run. So I'm hoping that Jordan Davis clears some of that up and maybe helps us prevents these Derrick Henry explosive runs. That's what I'm hoping, because Derrick Henry is a guy that's physical. We've seen him stiff arm cornerbacks. We see him destroy defensive ends, and the way he's able to, run through them like a absolute bulldozer. We've seen him do that. So we got to put him on the ground. We got to take away his physical ability to create space for himself and create space for the Titans to even try to run him. And that's going to be the goal. Can we bring Derrick Henry on the ground? Can we actually stop him? Because if you don't stop him, they can definitely do what the Washington Commanders did, and that is take away our offense, put them on the sidelines, and just run the ball. And I think that's what they're going to try to do, because they can do that. You know what I'm saying? And I hope not, because I think if our offense scores, the game's over. That's the only way to beat us, I've seen, is if you take our offense off the sidelines, you take our offense and put us on the sidelines and prevent us from scoring.
Yeah,
that's the only way I see you beating us, because if you have our offense on the sideline, we're not able to score, and we do not contribute. You know what I'm saying? But also, we didn't lose that because of our offense on the sideline. We shot ourselves in the foot with the Commanders game. We said it many times. You know what I'm saying? But I think Jalen Hurts is going to have another great game. Like I said, he's playing like an MVP caliber quarterback. And everybody said that they wanted Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson and Jimmy G. Y'all know these other 4 or 5 quarterbacks. I mean, some GVG, but Aaron Rodgers, we would not be where we are today. We would not be what we were today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that Jalen Hurts is proving a lot of people wrong. Like, I've been saying, this kid reminds me so much of Russell Wilson, Mitchell Mahomes. He just has that it factor, the dog factor. And we watch a lot of explosive plays. He reminds me of young Russell Wilson. The way he's able to scramble around. He has that Mahomes type ability, the way he's able to create plays. I'm not saying it's Mahomes, but I'm just saying he has that Josh Allen, Mahomes, and Wilson in one. He's a very explosive kid. And the fact that he was able to be in the second round and no one even thought he was a real quarterback, it just shows that, we really got to steal on this quarterback, man. And I'm happy that he's my quarterback. And I can't wait for him to continue down the road. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely need to stop. I think we need to use his legs. He can still use his legs, but I think we need to use him less, because I don't want him to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him, Carson Wentz, even though we don't want to talk about it, get hurt because we ran him too much. I don't want him to take necessary hits. So run the ball, and use him, when you have to. Use him when you have to and when you know it's a good time, but don't try to run him too much. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Desert Eagle, get up in there. What do you have to say about all this? I guess he's focused on driving.
I just
Oh, go ahead.
Came back because but yeah. No, I'm here now. I mean, I wasted my time. I wasted my time coming to this place only to find out that no one's there. And secondly, I can't.
Desert Eagle got catfish.
But anyway, so yeah, where were we at? Because I back out for a bit.
You're cutting off a little bit, bro. You gotta.
The whole Jalen Hurts and Chris Winston.
Yeah. I was just saying we should.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah. Can hear you, but you're cutting off a little bit.
All right, I'm
You cut it
gonna
off.
get a reception. So go ahead.
You back? All right. I was just saying that we shouldn't run Jalen Hurts a lot, because, like, I don't want him to end up like Carson Wentz. Remember in 2017 we ran him too much, and he was taking all these necessarily hits. Now Jalen Hurts can slide, but I don't want him to go down. Especially during playoff time. I don't want to see him be worn out just like the other quarterbacks. We've seen Cam Newton get worn out with his running game. All it takes is one hit. And the defensive ends and linebackers, they're more physical than these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we should run the ball. I get Jalen Hurts has his legs, and I get it. I like seeing him use his legs. But we don't need to run him every second. You know, let the running game take, some pressure off Jalen Hurts. Back accepted.
Bad reception.
Bad reception. It happens, man. It happens. But like I said, I think Jalen Hurts is an absolute star. And anybody who went to Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson, man, you know what I'm saying? I told you Russell Wilson wasn't going to. I've been saying Russell Wilson is not going to be good in Denver. Russell Wilson did not fit in Denver. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gone next year. I think they're going to try to get rid of him, even though I don't think his contract is going to be eligible to trade him. But he's gone. His teammates already don't like him in Denver.
What's going on?
Imagine what you have in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with Jalen Hurts playing at a high level, man. He's playing like an MVP caliber quarterback. Yeah, I get Mahomes playing. And Mahomes plays MVP every year. It's time to give it to a new person. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard people who talk about Lamar Jackson, how look at his supposed runs and this and that. Yeah, well, look at Jalen Hurts supposed runs. Yeah, I don't want to say that, but y'all want to, slurp, Lamar Jackson's, you know what? And I'm tired of it. Give Jalen Hurts respect. The guy's playing like an MVP caliber quarterback. No one, there were some people who thought he would be. I thought he would be. I know Desert Eagle 90 thought he would be, but we knew he was going to play like MVP. Y'all was sitting there saying he couldn't throw. He was a noodle arm. He was dead. This, that, they're still criticizing him. Mm-hmm. He can go out there and throw 5 touchdowns, but they'll say, well, you didn't play nobody. I'm tired of it, man. It reminds me so much of 2017. Everybody didn't believe in us. And you know what? All I got to say is, no one likes us. We don't care. Because at the end of the day, who's going to be in the playoffs? We're going to be in the playoffs. And guess what? We're not going one and done. I promise you, we're not going one and done. You know what I'm saying? Because these teams have to come to Philadelphia. If we get the home field advantage,
it's a wrap.
We're going to the Super Bowl. And I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like saying that, but we're definitely going there because I feel like we have the talent to go there. Despite Jonathan Gannon's lack of ability to coach on defense, we have the talent to make up for it.
What's going on? Where you hiding? What's going on, champ? What's going on, Desert Eagle? What's going on? How y'all doing today? This morning? Where you hiding? I have to check on you, man. I appreciate the shout out on your video about Ohio State getting thrashed for the second year in a row by Michigan. So I had to come in and make sure to check on you. How y'all doing today, though?
We're doing good. I feel better about the Buckeyes now. We've had a couple of upsets that happened, like Tennessee and LSU. So we still have a great chance to
y'all still have a shot. Y'all right there where y'all need to be. The biggest one gonna be TCU though. If they slip up, I think y'all gonna get put in over Alabama. Y'all gonna get put in over Alabama.
I think we're going to get put in. I think we're going to get put in over USC. I think USC is going to slip.
I forgot USC do play today. They play who they play? Utah, right?
Wait, they play today?
Yeah, they play Friday. The Pac-12 championship today. It's today. Yeah.
Ooh, today, Junior.
Yeah, Pac-12 championship. Yeah, today.
Okay. So we get to know our fate today and tomorrow. But anyways,
I'm have 2 days of Whereyahidin crying. Nice.
Oh God. He doesn't like the Buckeyes. He likes to see me miserable as far as the Buckeyes.
I don't like when I see Whereyahidin happy, man. It makes me mad. I'm the only one allowed to be happy, not you.
Okay, USC plays Utah tonight at 8:00.
There's Eagle 90. You said something?
I said not as much as Sleeta. Sleeta loves to see Whereyahidin cry.
Oh my God. Sleeta be the most happiest man on earth when you see that.
Whereyahidin, how you doing? How you doing, sir?
What's up, Alex?
Oh, that sounds like a Sleeta laugh right there.
Sports guys.
That's why he always has karma against his Falcons because they connect.
Oh my God.
Because all that karma that he puts on us, it realizes that his Falcons have to play through that, and that's why he loses every year.
Did you see that play on the goal line where they lost to Washington?
Yeah, they stink, and he shouldn't be talking. His team is trash. His whole Falcons team is trash. Every team in the Falcons in Atlanta is trash. I don't know why he's talking. I would talk about a Falcon fan, but I really don't want to go through that torture because it's torturing for me to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they lost the Super Bowl to 28-3. I don't. After that, man, you don't want to go too far. You might break a Falcon fan's heart, and they might commit suicide, which we don't condone. Talk about it in therapy.
I mean, come on, man. You're Eagles champ. You don't care about nobody's feelings.
No, of course not. Why would I care about anybody's feelings? I'm just a nasty person, man.
He's really nice in person, y'all.
Oh, thank you, man.
Hi,
Means so much to me.
Nice to meet you, sir.
What'd you say, Desert
I
Eagle?
did ask need to get into a better area.
No, but
I
what
was
do
trying
you
to
think?
impersonate.
Are you trying to impersonate me?
Go ahead. I need more reception. Go ahead.
My fault. I didn't mean to cut you off. But I want to ask Coach Johnson, what do you think of Derrick Henry versus us? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm scared of that fucking dude.
Hey, shit, I'll be scared too. I gotta go against him 2 times a year. Shit, I'll be scared too. If that's a running back that can get 200 yards or 150 yards, he can definitely do it. He'll workload himself. So if the game turned into a low-scoring, slow-paced game, that works into the Titans' favor because the Titans got a great, solid defensive line. That defensive line is pretty solid. I'm telling y'all. The secondary, not so much, but most of the secondary success comes from the defensive line. So if the Titans can keep the Eagles off the football field and control the time of possession, they're gonna win that game. That game can go down like the Washington game. And Ryan Tannehill, all he got to do is just make enough plays, just make enough throws. I like that one. That's all Ryan Tannehill got to do. For the Eagles, they got to get the running game started. The Titans secondary is not good at all. They predicated basically on that defensive line. If you can get Devontae Smith involved early, AJ Brown is going to want to have a solid game because in the offseason, the Titans did not want to pay him at all. That's why he ended up getting traded. So if you guys can just run the football like you guys did against the Green Bay Packers, control time of possession to keep Derrick Henry pretty much the same way, y'all can definitely win this game and score on goal line opportunities. Y'all can definitely win this game, but the offensive line got to hold up against that defensive line. Jeffrey, Denico, Autry, Bud Dupree, that's not a defensive line that you can play with. They can rush forward and still being able to get to the quarterback as well. So it's all going to be up on the front seven, and it's all going to be up on the defense for the Eagles. Defensive line got to tackle. I'll be seeing a lot of missed tackles. The coverages, I blame on Jonathan Gannon because when you look at the cornerbacks, they're playing 10 yards off the football. But when you look at the defensive line and the linebackers, they're not tackling. That's not a Jonathan Gannon issue. If you're not tackling, you can't get off blocks. That's not a Jonathan Gannon issue. That's the player. But the coverages, that's Jonathan Gannon. You gotta stop playing soft zone. And I've seen so many Packers wide open over the middle on sit down routes, on out routes. That was just ridiculous. So the coverages, Jonathan Gannon is ass on the coverages schemes right there. But they got to get better in the run game. The running game is killing the Eagles. That running game is killing, and the missed tackles is definitely a killer.
It definitely is.
He's asking everywhere, every category. I mean, he's asking blitz, he's asking coverage, he's asking Justin to help his players out. He's just asked as a head coach. I don't know how he's even talked about as a head coach. The way that you watched last year, the fact that they even want him as a head coach, it's crazy. But more power to you. If you want to take him, hey, good luck. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a rat's ass. I'm not one of those players that are linked to him. I just want a good head coach. And we're not talking about tackling. It goes back to coaching fundamentals because if the tackling is an issue, then that defense corner needs to get on their ass and say, hey, let's tackle. You know what I'm saying? And this has been a problem since preseason. We saw that. Am I wrong, Whereyahidin? We saw this in preseason where they're missing tackles left and right. They're not hitting the players. And I'm just wondering, is it the real joint practices that we've been doing that they're not really hitting? Because it goes back to it because, if the tackling is a big issue, then you need to address that because you're going to lose football games like that. And we lost the football games. Part of it was because of the Commanders game because we didn't tackle right. The Green Bay Packers game, we couldn't even tackle a running back. Nope. And that scares me because we're playing against a guy like Derrick Henry, that is an absolute star. He can really destroy a defensive end like ours. And I'm just wondering, is Jonathan Gannon going to actually be aggressive this game? Because I'm scared of this dude. I mean, he definitely can take over games.
Yeah.
And, I'm wondering, did we learn from the Packers team? Are we going to adjust? Also, special teams, I mean, that's another thing. Michael Clay, get your ass out of here next year. I don't want him back after this year. He does nothing. I don't know why he's still here. The Chip Kelly era is done, and he's still one head coach that lasts. How? You know what I'm saying? How? No, we haven't had a punt returner, I don't believe, since Darren Sproles. We haven't had a kick returner since Josh Huff. I mean, since Jalen Reagor. Let's be real. The one punt Jalen Reagor returned was versus the Packers. And you don't fix these mistakes, it's going to eventually cost you. Because let me tell you something. A team is going to look at that in the playoffs, and they're going to use it against you. So we definitely got to get that thing fixed. You know what I'm saying? I know if we lose a playoff game, it's not because of Jalen Hurts and that offense. It's going to be because of Gannon's defense or their special teams.
You're right, because Jalen Hurts will never put us in a position.
It's going to be because Gannon got the wrong coverage schemes out there, not because the players out there missing tackles. Like I said, that's not a Gannon issue. If they're out there missing tackles, you can tell them, get on their ass about missing tackles, but that's a player issue. If you're missing tackles and you got a good defensive line, like Hargraves, all of them, they shouldn't be missing no tackles. Missing tackles like that and getting pushed back behind the line of scrimmage. They should be as dominant. Not a passing game. That's an issue. That's gonna hurt. But if teams allowed to run the football and players are not getting penetration in the backfield, that's more on the players, not Jonathan Gannon. For us in the run game, that's more on the players. That's more on the players. You can't
shout out to Mr. Dave in the chat.
Like you can't coach up a player missing tackles all the time. That's not a coaching issue. That's more of a player type, not a coverages. That's Jonathan Gannon. That's 1,000% on Jonathan Gannon. You can't dismiss him from that. Yeah, I mean, you allow Jordan Love to come out there and run over the middle and off coverage like that and and let Christian Watson catch a ball and go coast to coast. That is a Jonathan Gannon issue. That is his own coverage.
That's totally Jonathan Gannon issue.
But the missed tackles, that's players. That's players. And not getting out blocked run game, that's players.
Shout out to Mr. Dave in the chat.
Give me my keys, bro.
Oh, God, you ain't getting these keys.
Give me my fucking keys.
Now you.
Yeah, it's tough, bro. It's tough, man.
And you saw how Jordan Love comfortable he was in the pocket? Saw how comfortable he looked it in the pocket?
He actually made some great throws in that.
Yes. I mean, that dot right up the middle towards Christian Watson.
And that's not the throw that I'm looking at. So there was a throw. I know it was incomplete. But he went a back shoulder throw to that. I think it was AJ Dillon or something like that. But it was a back shoulder throw to the sideline. I'm so glad he didn't catch it. But that throw showed me what Jordan Love is all about.
I mean, he had a great game because he played against Jonathan Gannon. I could throw against Jonathan Gannon. It's so simple. All you got to do is throw slants. I'm telling you, man. I'm hoping that God we get the Bills in the Super Bowl. I don't want to play Kansas City Chiefs.
Also, he was a fresh player coming in. I mean, the game was like 3 quarters already passed by, and Jordan Love wasn't really in the game all like that. I mean, we ain't got enough footage on Jordan Love like that. I don't think we even expected him to play.
Imagine we started him, Des Eagle 90. Imagine the Packers started him over Aaron Rodgers. How much that game would have been?
I mean,
we would have definitely shut down Jordan Love if he played all 4 quarters.
Yeah.
We definitely would have shut him down. He would not even put up as many yards that Aaron Rodgers did, for as long as he was there.
And Aaron Rodgers, to be fair, got his ass beat.
He still kind of hit our secondary here and there. I mean, I know it's only 150 yards or so, but he made a lot of key plays because he's Aaron Rodgers. So, I mean...
Yeah, but if you know he's hurt, then why don't you attack him? Like I don't like the idea of not going after a quarterback, especially Jordan Love, right? It's a new quarterback. Test him out. I know a lot of people are saying that too, but I said that too because I'm watching him. Like, test him out. Let him do something. Make him uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? This is their first game. Let's see what he is. I'd rather I don't like Jonathan Gannon's scheme, bro. I don't, and I hope anybody who
too much respect for these players. Way too much.
He's gonna have respect for Ryan Tannehill. Watch, I'm telling you, he's gonna have so much respect for Ryan Tannehill. I feel it.
Me too. Shout out to Big D. He's going on these parlays. He's betting.
But
Davis Mills might be the worst QB.
But
he might be the least experienced. He might be the least experienced that that Gannon has ever, or the team has ever gone against. Yet he put up some numbers. It's fucking ridiculous. Him, Taylor Heineke, and it's like we're just not pressuring like we should. Got one of the greatest defensive lines. Our secondaries are scary, but the scheme and he's just not right for it.
No, I mean he might be great.
Anybody would kill to have our guys. Any defensive coordinator would kill to have our guys. Anybody. The only thing I'll say arguable is Dan Quinn and who else? Anybody else would be arguable, but majority of defensive coordinators would kill to have our defense.
I'm just thinking like what Brian Flores would do with this defense. What would a guy like, Vic Fangio would do with his defense? What would somebody other like? Why is Vic Fangio here? If you're not going to have him as an input, I mean, what is the point of having him here? Let him go somewhere where he's going to actually be a good defensive coordinator. I don't like Jonathan Gannon's scheme. I get we're 10-1, why are you complaining? But it's just concerning because like I'm wondering when we play real quarterbacks, what is he going to do? What is he going to do when he has to play a guy like Patrick Mahomes? Is he going to respect him or is he actually going to play aggressive? I'm starting to wonder that. Because, you can go – we know our offense is going to put points up. But can the defense stop the other offense from putting points up? And that's the crazy part because you're not going to win championships like that. You're not going to win championships like that. And I'm just wondering, you give all these guys – you give this defense coordinator, you give him Ndamukong Suh, you give him Lindo Joseph, you go out there, you trade for Chauncey Gardner Jr., one of the best safeties I think that we ever picked up because I don't know how the Saints let him go like that. I get you. They don't want to pay him this and that, but the fact that we give up peanuts for him is crazy. You go out, you get him a James Bradbury. You still got Darius Slay on this team. You got a good front four. You bring Brandon Graham back. You have Fletcher Cox on a restructured 1-year deal. You draft Jordan Davis. I mean, what more do you want to give? What more do you give him for him to step up or get the hell out of here? Because you even drafted Kobe Dean, a third-round linebacker that should have been a first-rounder. Let's be real. The fact that he slipped to us and we pick him up. Because we need a linebacker. We can list how many times we've given them players. Kazir White, Hassan Reddick, you know what I'm saying? Robert Quinn, you know what I'm saying? You have him in linebacker mode versus the Commanders. Like, come on, bro. The shit that he does should be a fireable offense. And I don't like saying we should fire people, but Jonathan Gannon and especially Clay, that special teams defense, I don't know why he's still here anyway.
Special team was atrocious. Special team was atrocious Monday night.
Yes, it was.
Atrocious. That was bad, bro. That was the worst special teams I've seen all season long, bro. Don't you know how many yards that man got to the 40-yard line down there almost every single time he ran the ball, and he was coming out of the end zone too.
Yeah.
You know what? I never thought I would say this, but thank you, God, Kayvon Wallace is on his team.
Oh God.
Whoa. Why are you saying? Wait a minute. What?
Because without Kayvon Wallace, we probably get 2 punt returns back.
Yep. Kayvon Wallace good. No matter of fact, the initial play was by the punter. The initial play was made by the punter. Kayvon Wallace got him down for the punter. Yep.
I really do think we need a new punter too, because I don't like that punter on our team. I don't like him. He doesn't have that. Yeah, I don't like him too much.
Like this dude was literally freaking 8 yards deep into the end zone and still gets to the 40.
Yeah, that's unacceptable, man. And Michael Clay, whoever you got to go.
That's not a punter. That's not a punter issue.
Yep. He actually pumped the ball pretty well though. It just
he punched
the special team coverage was bad. The coverage was terrible.
Exactly.
The punter was actually good.
That's the special team. Yeah.
The players couldn't tackle and they took bad angles.
That's definitely not a punter issue.
Speaking of bad angles, like I really think that Christian Watson touchdown could have been saved.
Hell yeah.
It was 2 people right there. It was 2 people right. I forgot who was right there though. But the way that's why I was talking about the throw by Jordan Love. I just seen a lot of quarterbacks fell on that throw, especially my quarterback Davis Mills.
It was
a simple slant route. It was a simple slant route right there, but the ball was thrown on a zip right in stride with Christian Watson can just take it and run it and outrun 2 Eagles. But it was just too the guys just made poor angles on the tackle. Poor angles on the
tackle. I wasn't all that crazy with that throw. It's just a simple play.
But that goes back to what? That goes back to what? Coaching. Because we are taught, like in Pee Wee football, you make the tackle, wrap them up.
The thing is, safety-wise, that was Reed Blankenship right there. It was just a bad read by him, and it turned a simple, 5 to 10 yards to like, how many yards was that? 60 plus?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's basically what it turned. Yeah, that's basically what it turned to. I mean, I know I can't be too mad at Reed Blankenship because he's not. He hasn't really stepped on the field. Yeah, he's a simple. Yeah. Was he a rookie? He's a rookie, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus, he did come right.
And
in
the only reason he was in the game because of Gardner Johnson. So yeah,
he did come right in and get a pick though.
Yeah, that was a crazy pick.
Which was a big one at that part of the game because the Packers were driving. Actually, they were driving again. So yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We can't make any. I know we can't make any excuses.
Once again, the players say Jonathan Ginn is behind.
He already did more than Kayvon Wallace.
So much talent.
He already did a lot more than what Kayvon Wallace did.
Oh, absolutely.
Coming into the defense. That's a crazy thing about it.
Maybe Kayvon Wallace will be a special teams captain. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing he could be.
That's not really what he was. That wasn't really our expectation of him, though.
I know. We were supposed to get another good safety. I guess we didn't get a good safety. Maybe he'll come along. You never know. Maybe he has confidence. I don't know. But like I said, man, that Tennessee Titans game.
Confidence is not backing it up. It's like you would think confidence would really put you out there, though. You feel me? Make a statement and everything. But in his case, it just doesn't seem like that. He just seemed like he's all talk, and maybe he is good for special teams for now. I want to root for him to be better, but right now it's just not looking good for him as far as being on defense.
No,
because you've seen a big difference without C.J. Gardner-Johnson when we went against the Cowboys. That was frustrating right there.
So let's kind of switch the topics, fellas. I know Coach Dante is going to be afraid to talk about this, but playoff chances, seedings. Where do you think the Eagles will be at the end of the season? And let's see, who are you the most afraid of to see in the playoffs?
Who?
Oh, his Texans are not in the playoffs. They're eliminated. He's talking about the Eagles.
What team is Coach Dante?
I'm a diehard fan. I'm a diehard Texan fan. No, I'm a diehard Texan fan. All right. I'm just an Eagles supporter. I'm not a fan of them. I'm a diehard Texan fan.
Yeah.
Eagles champ is smiling like, yeah, right. You're a fan of the Eagles too.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I said nothing like that. I'm putting the words in my mouth. Where you hiding?
Ooh,
perhaps he's an NFL fan. He likes what he sees from the Eagles.
Now this is interesting
because Jalen Hurts from Houston. He's was 25 minutes away from me in China View High School. I used to go watch him play. So
now this is interesting. Big D has us as a 2 seed. We're probably going to lose out to the Vikings from what it sounds like.
No, we're going to get the number 1 seed, bro. We keep winning like we do. We're going to get the number 1 seed. The Vikings are going to lose a couple more games. I'm calling it right now. They're going to lose more games.
The Eagles are going to be number 1 seed. The Eagles are going to be number 1 seed, but I feel like the only team that I would probably fear, or I'm not going to say fear, but I'm going to keep an eye on.
49ers? The 49ers?
I'm going to say the 49ers. 49ers number 1.
Yep.
Yeah, they're a good team.
I got the 49ers as a dark horse to make it to the NFC Championship. 49ers my dark horse for the NFC Championship game.
You know what I got again? I got the Vikings going back to Philadelphia for the NFC Championship game.
I'm going to say 49ers number 1, Dallas, whatever. Number 2. I don't see
you already know they're going to choke on the way anyway. It don't matter, man. They're going to choke.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys are good at home, though. Cowboys are good at home. I would say at home, but they're going to be facing us if we go against them in the playoffs. They come into our turf.
Wouldn't that be funny if we actually beat them in the playoffs with Dak again? That'd be funny as hell.
3-game sweep.
Yeah.
He said the
Niners are frauds to me.
I disagree with that. I 1,000% disagree with that.
Huh?
He's talking about the Big D said the Niners are frauds. I 1,000% disagree.
Nah, I disagree.
Nah, they're good. They're a good team, man. They're a good team.
They were 500. Well, most of their roster out, and now
Niners made a mistake drafting what's his name? Trey Lance.
They
made a mistake. Yeah, they made a mistake drafting him.
You know, my boy
You don't
Bobby
wanna-
Murphy told me. My boy Bobby Murphy told me. I didn't mean to cut you off, Desi Eagle. He told me that you
No, you
never
good.
draft a guy from North Dakota. They always end up being bad.
Yep.
That's what we learned today. You don't draft a quarterback, especially a redhead or anybody from North Dakota.
I
But here-
mean,
Go ahead.
Wentz. I don't know about that. I see what he mean, especially because of Wentz. But it's like I really felt like Wentz was the future. It was just the Nick Foles thing that kind of, kind of threw everything out the window. That's pretty much what it was.
And the
It was
injuries.
just the Nick Foles thing, and the injuries too. But in the end, listen, I'm a fan of any quarterback that won us a Super Bowl. So but Wentz, I'm not going to say every quarterback from North Dakota is the same. That's just not. I don't just don't think that's right at all. That was just Wentz with a weak mindset. That's just Wentz with a weak mindset.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know
Well-
what other quarterbacks is from North Dakota. What other quarterback is from North Dakota?
He was just talking about redheads in general. They don't win you championships. When have you seen a redhead win us a championship or win anybody a championship?
I think, like Desert Eagle said, Carson Wentz was mentally kind of broken after the Super Bowl. Seeing Nick Foles holding up that Super Bowl,
Well,
something that
I mean-
he should have held up. I thought coming into that season, he was mentally kind of hurt, and he tried so hard to come back after that year to try to prove that he can get to a Super Bowl, that he can win it. It kind of messed with him kind of mentally, and then he didn't come in the right shape and stuff like that. So it kind of mentally messed with him, kind of like what Desert Eagle say. I definitely agree with that.
Shots
But
fired.
here's the sad
Well,
thing about it. Well,
we
I'll
don't
wait for
use
y'all.
Carson Wentz. We don't use Carson Wentz. We call him gingivitis. Shout out to Whereyahidin.
I call him Chandelier Wentz. Fuck him. I call him Chandelier now.
Hey,
But
shots
yeah,
fired.
he's a chandelier for so many reasons now. But here's the thing though. Even I was like, whether if it's Carson Wentz or Nick Foles, I will root for whoever. I'll root for whoever. We keep moving forward. And when I found out it was Wentz, a lot of fans was cheering for Carson Wentz. You feel me? He was all in on Wentz. We gave him all the money. We let him know, listen, you're the man, you're the future, and everything. That was just on Carson Wentz right there. He did that to himself.
Yeah.
But not one Wentz fanboy today that's still defending Carson Wentz. They didn't want to admit that. Shit, if Whereyahidin and Eagles chant was up to me for that long, I stood up for Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of fans felt the same way. We stood up for Wentz, but he did that to himself.
I mean, when they drafted Jalen Hurts, I ain't gonna lie, I was not upset with him. I was upset with the pick.
I didn't like that move. I didn't like that move either. I agree. I didn't like that move.
But
I
but
lied
like
to
when
myself.
I look at it, when he played against Arizona, I said, okay, we have something going on because the kid went toe to toe with. At the time, the Cardinals were a good team. You know what I'm saying? They were a good team. He went toe to toe with them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, we got something now. And then I saw the rumors. I'm like, all right, Carson's gone. And mentally, I knew he was gone. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at it, it might be Howard Roseman might have it. Howard Roseman might have been a genius because he gambled on a second-round pick that no one knew anything about. Everybody knew Jalen Hurts had a good mindset. He was a good kid, all that stuff. But could he become an NFL quarterback? And he's proven he can be. And I think he's much better of a leader than Carson Wentz. I think he has a better future than Carson Wentz. I wouldn't say he has a better arm, but I think he has a better mindset of winning championships. You know, when I look at Jalen Hurts, I see a difference between three quarters. I see a Josh Allen a little bit of in him. I see a Mahomes a little bit in him. And I see Russell Wilson more in him. You know, the way he's able to, like that scramble play, when he, even though it was connected to Quez Watkins, that was a Russell Wilson play. The way he was able to scramble back and forth and try to make a play, that's Russell Wilson. That was Russell Wilson kicking in him.
What's going on, ECG? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, ECG.
Are you eating pretzels over there?
Nah, I mean McDonald's burger. My bad.
But going back onto the topic of NFC.
Hey, Coach Dante, did you see Jonathan Gannon at the McDonald's restaurant scheming up his game plan?
Nah, I ain't see him. But matter of fact, I saw him the other day. You know what he told me, Eagle Champ? He said, how you doing, man? That's what he said. What Jonathan again said. He told me to tell you how you doing.
So we all think that the Eagles is going to the Super Bowl, at least.
Nah, I don't think so.
I believe so, but it's like I don't even want to look at that yet because it is like week 13, week 14. But there's really not an NFC team in here that really concerns me. Really, we might lose another game or two in a regular season, but that's not really, whatever. Champions lose too.
Let's not think of that, man. I need my bet to stay put, man. I want Boys for Life to wear his Eagle stickers on his face, man.
Wait, what happened? Oh, that's right. I forgot y'all do have a bet.
He said that the Eagles would go 16-1, and if they don't,
I remember that.
The Dallas stickers. I'll
be dead ass with you. I thought you was crazy for that bet too.
You should have heard Bird Game 31. He said that was he thinks so too. Bird Game 31. Shout out to him. He was on point too.
I don't blame you for thinking that the Eagles would go 16-1 because who is it that scared? Who is the fear on the schedule? I just couldn't do that bet. So I mean, I'll leave that to you though. I'll leave that to you.
I mean, just imagine if Boys for Life loses that bet, how the justice will be served wearing Eagle stickers on his face on live streams, not talking crap about the Eagles, and watching this Cowboys not even win the division. That'd be so sweet, wouldn't it be? I ain't gonna lie to you. I might shed a tear. Justice would be served then.
So what if we sweep the Cowboys and we tank the last game? We go 15-2. How would you feel?
Or I hate it because
I don't care what record we go. Win out. Go. I don't care what record we turn out. Just go all the way. That's what I want.
Oh, yeah. I'd rather finish the last game. Why not?
Oh, he's talking about that bet, man.
Yep. That'd be miserable.
Yeah, I know.
But we gotta sweep the Cowboys.
Well, at least Eagles champ wore a Cowboys.
Give me my keys, bro.
Oh God, you ain't getting these keys.
Give me my fucking keys.
Now you.
Hey, you tell what you gotta do. What you gotta do if you don't be y'all don't go 16-1. What was your bet?
16-1 this year, yeah.
Like what you gotta do is if it's a stipulation for you as well if y'all don't.
So if I lose, I have to wear Cowboy stickers on my face and make 2 live streams with it on my face. It can be anytime, any day, but it has to wear Cowboy stickers. If Boys for Life loses and I do win that 16-1, which is looking good so far, he gotta wear Eagle stickers on his face and make 2 live streams.
What's up, Big Nate? Appreciate you for coming on the stream, even after a humiliating loss. Thank you for honoring your
My
bet.
logic is you shouldn't even show your face after that terrible performance.
Nothing would be as tear worthy as seeing me in a fucking Cowboys jersey.
Oh.
Cowboys love every freaking second of that.
Yes.
You see him posting that video all the time about you at the end of his clips, man.
They still have pictures of me wearing that Cowboys hat.
They can't even go a week without mentioning me in that fucking jersey. I made every last one of them motherfuckers look like 80%ers. Fuck y'all.
That's what I'm saying, Des Eagle. Now the Eagle stickers on his face would be so much of a justice to all these Eagle fans that have been tortured by these Cowboy fans and bets, man. It's our turn. I believe it.
Yes.
I want to see Boys for Life in a fucking Eagles jersey. That's what I want to see.
Yes.
That's what I want to see.
Somebody got to make that bet.
Des Eagle 90. Does Eagle Knife? If I was you, I would ask him for the bet. If we beat him on Christmas Eve, he got to wear Eagles.
I want that bet in the playoffs. That's what I want it in the playoffs. I want it where it's going to hurt him the most.
Yep.
I want it where it's going to hurt him the most.
Hit him where it hurts.
Hit him where it hurts. There you go.
He says Salito wants USC to win because he's afraid of Ohio State in the playoffs. Ha!
Oh wait, speaking of which, Cowboys going against the Colts, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not gonna be an easy game.
I know who I want to put in that picture. Then I know exactly who I want to put in that picture.
It's okay if you spoil it.
I'm putting Sleeter on there.
Oh, he said
I'm putting Sleeter on that cover.
Hey, what was Slater action reaction when the Phillies lost to my Astros in the World Series? What was his reaction?
You would think Sleeter was an Astros fan.
Yeah, he lied about that. Yeah, he lied about that.
but you want to know a fact? The last time the Astros won the World Series, the Philadelphia Eagles won a Super Bowl.
Yep, 2017. That was 2017. Yep.
We didn't make the playoffs in 2017.
No, he talking about the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl. We won our World Series that year.
Oh, gotcha.
We won our World Series that year.
Yeah.
So maybe the Phillies did us a good favor. Maybe they didn't win the World Series, but the Eagles could win the championship. You never know.
I agree. Ryan Day is soft.
Ryan Day, I can't. Ryan Day is not a good coach, man. With all that type of talent on that team, that you can't make it to a college football playoff or a national championship, that's so sad. That's just crazy, bro. Marvin Harrison Jr. a stud, bro. That dude is a stud.
Noel was a fucking bandwagon.
This is better.
He said, "Well, here's the thing: if your team won, his title would be irrelevant because you lost. He can say that his team won, and you can't." He's talking about the Phillies.
Who cares? That's last year.
Yeah,
I'm still going to talk. Fuck him.
Yeah, we beat the Braves.
We dethroned them. Fuck them. We made y'all look like chumps.
Y'all did that, bro. I was excited for y'all, bro, for beating the Braves. I was happy for y'all about that.
You was happy because you didn't want to worry about having to beat the Braves again.
Oh, I wasn't worried about them. Trust me, I'm not a fan that worries about anything, regardless of my team. I'm not a fan that worry about anything.
Braves.
No, I was not. I wasn't worried about no Braves. If we lost, we lost. Ain't tripping.
Shit, I don't care. Join us on the couch. Shut up.
I'll say this, East Coast Gridiron. Like, the first half was great as far as offense. Yeah, defense was shaky, but in the second half, he just totally gave up and went conservative.
I'm going to tell you, you know what? I'm going to tell you, Ohio State came out Whereyahidin and played man-to-man defense the whole time in the first half because they was focused on stopping the run game. They was doing a good job of that, but in the first half, they realized their receivers was getting beat in man-to-man coverage.
Yeah.
And when the Michigan Wolverines started running the football, it started wearing them down. And that's what all hell kind of broke loose. And that Michigan defense started to make C.J. Stroud uncomfortable, and that's what McCarthy started picking the defense apart. And Donovan Wilson went on a kind of landslide right there. So they came out with the man-to-man defense banking on they weren't going to let them run the football. So they came out with a good game plan, but it only worked it for so long. Once those receivers start winning one-on-one battles on the outside.
Big D has a point here. You know, he said the last time we swept the Cowboys, we ended up getting swept by them. No, we didn't sweep them that year. We split with them because we lost a meaningless game.
Us the following year. I guess that's more important than technically. Yeah, them sweeping us is their Super Bowl pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, look how they act. Even when they beat us once.
Yeah. Well, you know, we didn't really beat them this year, you know, because they won with the backup, right? Even though
nope.
Nope.
I don't want to hear that. Because they were talking.
I know. But now Dak Prescott is back. Dak Prescott has a number. Okay, we'll see this Christmas Eve when we beat y'all. I'm tired of talking to y'all.
Last time we beat Dak Prescott, he walked off the field and quit. Just like Zeke and freaking Amari Cooper.
And CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, and wait. CeeDee Lamb, he did play that year. That's right.
They had CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Cedric Wilson.
You talking about that year that y'all was in Philly, right?
Yeah.
Philly? Amari Cooper quit. Amari Cooper quit.
It was Amari
he
Cooper,
definitely quit.
Zeke, and yeah.
So what do you think about?
That's a bullshit excuse with the whole backup QB. That was a bullshit excuse because
come on now.
If you look at Brunson's hold on. If you look at Brunson's live stream, right? They were talking about they were gonna drop over 30 to us barely hitting 10. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
So what?
Taylor Heineke was a backup quarterback. He beat us. So what's Cooper Rush's excuse?
So I brought this up in the live stream earlier, like, and shout out to Joe Castro. He said that they are force feeding CeeDee Lamb, so that's why his stats are quote unquote better than AJ Brown's. What do y'all think about that?
But here's the thing, man. If anybody thinks that CeeDee Lamb is better than AJ Brown, number one, you need to get your eyes checked because AJ Brown's getting really double covered.
And by the way, Cowboys fans got triggered when he said he was being force fed.
He was being force fed. Look who they're thrown into.
Who else they got?
Michael Gallup. I mean, let's be real. I mean, CeeDee Lamb is a good receiver. I'm not saying he isn't, but he's not AJ Brown. Listen, let me tell you something. Watch AJ Brown this week. We're gonna find out what CeeDee Lamb can do because AJ Brown about to go off this. I'm calling it right now. AJ Brown's gonna go off this week.
Look, CeeDee's got a bright future ahead of him. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
I like CeeDee Lamb. I always did. He was one of my guys that I wanted to draft, but I'm not going to say he's better than AJ Brown. AJ Brown had 2 years of 1,000 yards receiving. He's about to have another one. Let me know when CeeDee Lamb has 2,000 yards receiving back to back. Then come talk to me.
Look, let there be a debate between him and Devontae Smith. That is an understandable debate. They might put CeeDee Lamb over Devontae Smith, for now, but come on, not AJ Brown. Yeah, that's just come on, that's cap right there.
So
he's not even better than Terry. I don't even think he's better than Terry McLaurin.
No, Terry McLaurin. If he had a better quarterback, imagine what he would do.
Terry McLaurin is a master of route running.
I like Terry McLaurin, man. I like him out of Ohio State. I ain't gonna lie to you.
AJ Brown is not the greatest route runner.
He don't need to be though. That's why you got Devontae Smith. He don't gotta be. AJ
I agree.
Brown
He's not the greatest route runner. I agree with that.
But he's still can run routes though.
He's not the greatest.
He can still win the 50-50 ball.
Mm-hmm. That's not why we brought him into Philadelphia. We brought him in because he can go up and get those balls. And Jalen Hurts is his best friend. So we didn't bring him because of route running. We got Devontae Smith. We got Quez Walker. We got a lot of receivers who can run routes. We just need AJ Brown to be AJ Brown. I'm not asking AJ Brown to tie up CeeDee Lamb. What I'm asking is to get that W. Because all I care about. See, Cowboy fans are worried about what CeeDee Lamb's record will be, who's better. But who's going to win a Super Bowl? Who's going to win a Super Bowl? AJ Brown or CeeDee Lamb? Because I got AJ Brown winning one before CeeDee Lamb does.
Exactly.
Who's going to be knocked out the playoffs first? Dallas or the Eagles? I got Dallas getting knocked out the first time they hit the playoffs.
Yeah, but
it's like I don't even want to think about that yet.
I don't even want to talk about February yet. For real. Like on paper, it just looks like we can definitely make it happen. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't even want to think about that yet.
If AJ Brown was healthy versus the Packers game, I guarantee he don't fumble that football. I guarantee he goes off. I guarantee, like you asking AJ Brown when he had his stomach bug and his blood vessel of his eye was popped, and you saw nothing but blood in his eyes. I mean, by the way, that looks scary as hell. If you want to be real,
man.
I mean, imagine that as your
some,
wallpaper.
So
that was
ECG
cabin fever type of shit.
Some demon type stuff.
So ECG apparently has some receipts. He said if you have a physical safety on top of him, he crumbles. He used to look suspect against Kevin Byard in practice first for the Titans. There's tape of him looking like a bum.
Stop it, man. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Because he had Mika Fitzpatrick over him. He caught over him. Stop it.
I want to see AJ against the more physical corners like a Denzel Ward. That's a nice corner from the Browns.
Did you not see him? Didn't he cook what's his name? Come on, man. We ain't gonna do this like AJ Brown's a bum, man. AJ Brown's a beast, dude. He struggled. I don't care. What's he doing now?
Struggle against who?
AJ Brown is killing corners now. They couldn't stop him.
We actually posted Minka Fitzpatrick on plenty of occasions this season. He actually did that. He had a hat trick in that game.
And Minka was right there too. AJ Brown still caught over him.
I'm about to say what I've seen. That last meetup kind of said otherwise.
Yeah. You a Tennessee Titans fan now? Well, hold on. I got
AJ Brown dominated him so much. He dominated him so much that he even got a drug test that game.
Is ECG Titans fan now? Because I know you switch teams back and forth. Your first suggestion was that
Don't do that.
Are you a Titans fan today this week?
No, I got a question for the league though. How they going find AJ Brown for pointing at defenders, but they don't say shit about Tyreek Hill when he y'all seen the taunt when he approached the female ref, he just passed out?
Oh yeah, I remember
How do they not say anything about that? Like, you know how sensitive shit like that can get. If you was to flirt with a female, period.
That's crazy.
That's bullshit right there.
ECG
I mean, they ain't do shit about that.
Huh?
ECG backtracking now.
Because he picks different teams. If you were a real fan, you don't pick 5 different teams. I can't even take that dude seriously. You know what I'm saying? He's out here picking a Jacksonville Jaguar. You know what I'm saying? He want to go after me on Twitter on that shit. I didn't forget all that. You a bandwagon. You picking 5 different teams and you expect me to be real with you. Nah, man, you a bandwagon. I can't talk to you like a real fan. You know what I'm saying? Pick a team and stick with it. Then come talk to me. Out here probably rooting for it.
All right, come on, man. Let's keep it. Come on, stick to the subject. Come on. Come on.
He plays 3 safety. I don't care though. I don't care though. He was on AJ Brown though, right? You said that he struggles against top safety when safety's on top of him. Mika Fitzpatrick's one of the best safeties right now in football. If he just had a better offense, you know. If he goes to any other team, Mika Fitzpatrick is one of the best.
I thought he kind of said he struggled against great safeties, and you know, Mika Fitzpatrick is
he did say that. He just said he's a bum because safeties who cover him can stop him. I can't wait to see him go against a elite corner. Okay, well, what elite corner is going to play against him? Because
all right, well, let's come on, let's stick to the topic now.
So, who out of the AFC scares you?
I would say Bills and Chiefs. I feel like really each week. Well, I mean, Bills nowadays do act like regular season champions, but it's like, I know every year I'd be like, all right, this might be their year, but then they always fall short. But I just feel like, realistically, there are some weeks where I'm like, all right, we're the best team in the NFL, but there are other weeks I'm like, man, I don't know, the Chiefs, the Bills, I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I feel like if we do go to Super Bowl, we're going versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The Bengals are highly slept on. They're gonna make it to back-to-back Super Bowls.
Well, we play the Bengals in the Super Bowl. We're gonna blow their asses out. We're gonna beat their ass.
I'm not gonna say that.
They are a huge dark horse.
I'm going to say that because Joe Burrow offense is going to get exploded by that.
Their offensive line is why they lost that game. Their offensive line is definitely why they lost that game.
He said, "Name one good cornerback on the Steelers."
I don't care though. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? I don't care. Jeff Okuda's still one of the good cornerbacks. I think he's underrated. He played against AJ Brown, and AJ Brown destroyed him. I don't care though.
Who went against Trayvon Diggs?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good corner.
Yep.
No. Corner in the Cowboy fans.
Jeff Okuda, ain't that a Lions defender? He ain't even.
No,
he only started like 2 games. So can't really say shit about that.
AJ is a top 10. Well, that's the best thing you said right now.
No, I think that's a question. I think that's a question. I think that's a question he's proposing to you though. Is AJ Brown top 10?
AJ Brown is a top 10 receiver. Yes, he is, man.
He's top 5.
I can't put him over a guy like
he top 5. He top 5 to you? Whereyahidin?
Yep.
Who your top 5 receivers?
My top 5 receivers. I'm obviously going to go Justin Jefferson. I still have DeAndre Hopkins up there. I don't care what you say. Let's see. Another wide receiver.
Talent-wise, sure, but what about this season?
Talent-wise, he's not a top 5 receiver. Like
next
year, I think he'll be back to top 5 receiver next year. I would say next year.
Come back to me on that question, though.
He'll be a top 5 when they get rid of small-ass Kyler Murray, the one who doesn't want to play football. He wants to play COD and Call of Duty.
I definitely got to put Diggs up there.
Yeah. Stephon Diggs. He's a beast, man. That was a good trade for the Bills.
It was.
Because you see how many crazy throws Josh Allen is throwing? If he don't make some catches, some of them could be picks.
He said it wasn't a question. He said it was a statement. He said, no, he actually is top 10. I forget about Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
I'm going to say Tyreek Hill,
Hill,
Justin Jefferson. Yeah, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams. Who's the other one? Stephon Diggs had a good run so far. He's having a great run so far. Who's the last one I want to name?
You know what? A lot of people don't like this one, but I think he's very slept on. Amon St. Brown could definitely be a top receiver for the Lions because he's really a good receiver for the Lions, man.
AJ Brown's definitely up there, top 5 now. They were naming. Now there was a debate on Twitter I saw where they was naming like 10 receivers, and I couldn't help but respect that. But it looks like definitely AJ Brown's doing better than a lot of them this season by far. But
AJ Brown has a chance to be a 1,000-yard receiver since Jeremy Maclin did in 2014.
How about that?
So we forgot about Cooper Kupp.
Forgot about Devontae Adams.
I mentioned
no, he stinks this year.
Yeah, he
man.
mentioned him.
He's not. Devontae Adams.
No, he has some damn good games.
No,
he has some damn good games.
The team is just bad. The Raiders team is just bad. You can't fault him.
No. You know who's bad? You know who's bad? Derek Carr. He stinks.
The team all around is just bad around Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is second in the league in touchdowns.
I agree.
Devontae Adams is legit in my books. He's definitely legit in my books because it goes to show that his run with Aaron Rodgers was no fluke. He can even play with bum receivers.
I want to see
with bum receivers.
I'm just saying,
kind of like Deshaun Jackson, low key. Kind of like Deshaun Jackson, low key. He's damn good with every fucking quarterback.
Amon St. Brown, I think when he's healthy, he's really good, bro. Like he's very underrated. Like the Lions receiver, I mean, he's producing. You know.
I like Amon-Ra St. Brown a lot. I want to be able to say someday he'll be top 5 wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, he was really good in college, and he's turned into a good pro right now. He just got to stay healthy, though.
Devontae Adams is top 5 in every category. That's bad year.
What you talking about, bro?
I think he's saying he just had a bad year. It's because of the quarterback.
No, the team is just a bad. The team is just
bad.
Not him.
Well, it's also the team. It's also the team, the head coach, and the goddamn sorry ass quarterback that can't win big games. Derek Carr.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or Derek Cousins, whatever you want to call him.
Ooh, that's a good question. What college did Amon-Ra St. Brown go to? I gotta look this up.
He went to wasn't it what was it? Was it I think it was some small school. Where was it? It was a big school.
He went to USC.
Yeah.
The Trojans. Freaking Bird Gang 31's college.
Right here. All right. I got this. What's that, a cabinet or a fridge? Got that for you in this one.
But did you see on Thanksgiving both are receivers that was traded by the Philadelphia Eagles? Nelson Aguilar, I think was a free agent, but he was playing against his former Eagle Jalen Reagor.
Yes, I was very shocked that Reagor even caught a pass.
Don't worry, he caught a pass versus the Eagles. That don't mean shit.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell him this USC is not a small school. It's a Pac-12 school.
No.
Hey, catch you later, Big D. Have fun at work. I gotta go to work pretty soon. I gotta go to work at 5, actually. Shout out to Whereyahidin. He finally got a job again. It only took a week. It only took a week.
Where you hiding? Where you hiding? Where you hiding?
Where you hiding? Where you hiding? Where you hiding? Where you hiding?
Hey, but for no joke, I gotta get going because I gotta go do things. Appreciate you for having me on. I really do.
All right, no problem. EC1, you have a
We
good one as well.
definitely gonna do the podcast this week, or you gonna be working all day?
I am off Sunday. I am off Saturday morning. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so you working all tonight?
I'm working tonight. I work tomorrow night, but I am available tomorrow morning and all day Sunday.
Okay. All right, we'll work something. We'll work something out, man. All right, for sure.
All right, cool. Catch you later, bro.
All right, bro. Peace out.
All right.
Don't mind me. Just taking a few things off this truck.
Just checking to see if the Cowboys are still them boys.
It's no fun if they're winning. It's no fun.
Just yeah, I do still want his bitch ass off the field.
Y'all know that meme that they put. It said, "Mark yourself safe from such and such."
Yes.
They're marking themselves safe from me because they're winning games.
I know, right? You only put 3 people in the yearbook so far.
Yeah.
Speaking of being marked safe from something,
I'll tell you,
we're marked safe from that shit funny to me.
Oh.
The Patriots looked awful last night. It was such a boring game.
Matt Jones was running for his life the whole night last night.
And the secondary was pretty immaculate for the Bills.
Yep, that was an interception by Jordan Poyer last night. That was a pick. I
know.
He hit the ground. When he hit the ground, the ball came loose. That was for sure interception. That was an interception.
That was an interception. Like, the referees got to fix these bad calls.
Yep. That was an interception.
But they're only human. But they're only a human.
They need to be replaced like by robots or something. Let this be like 2020. Let this be like 2035, and it's freaking iRobot in Chicago or something like that. Sorry, maybe it's bad timing for Will Smith jokes here, but still.
It's gonna be like Pat interference number 25, 5-yard penalty. Imagine that.
Achoo. I'm sorry. I'm allergic to bullshit.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But anyways, y'all got any final words before I wrap this up?
Other than screw Dallas, not really.
No, not really, man. Thank you for having me on. And nice to meet you, Desert Eagle. Hope we can meet somewhere in the future, man, and chop it up in the future.
Oh, for sure, bro. For sure. Shit, y'all take it easy. Shit, this made my shift a lot easier, so I appreciate that. Where you hiding?
Oh yeah, definitely. And with that being said, y'all have a great day. Thank you for Desert Eagle.
Fuck them Cowboys. All right, I'm out.
Hell yeah.